A dedication to God is a vocation, and Jesus has explained that very beautifully when he has said that I have chosen you. And our vocation is actually to belong to Jesus. And because we belong to him, the things that we do, they are only means to put our love for Christ into a living action. Well, I was in Calcutta for so many years before that, more than 20 years. I've seen many things in Calcutta. I've seen the need, and I've seen the unwantedness and unloved people. And so that's why Calcutta was the best place to begin. And it is now. There are many Calcuttas all around the world where we find the same kind of people, unloved and uncared and sick and dying and lonely. And to me, they were Jesus. And I think there was no one to come to them, to give them tender love and care.
When I was weary, you helped me find rest. When I was anxious, you calmed all my fears. When I was homeless, you opened your door. When I was naked, you gave me your coat. Now enter into the home of my Father. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me.
I came to India in 1929 on the 6th of January, but this work I only began in 1948 December. And since then, we have in 1950, the Holy Father recognized it as a religious society, and at present we have 1,132 sisters all over the world. We have at present 61 houses in India, and there are 32 houses outside of India. We just try to put into a living action the words of Christ, what he had said. I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and in prison and you visited me. And I was homeless and you took me in. In the whole world we are trying just to feed him in the hungry, to clothe him in the naked, to give him a home in the homeless. Not only for material hunger and nakedness and homelessness, but for that to make the people feel that they are wanted, they are loved, that they are somebody very special to us.
This is Motijil area. It is called Convent Lane, where mother, for the first time, she has seen the first slum over there from Untitled Convent, from the terrace. This is one of our first school where Mother Teresa started for the first time. In the beginning it was just a little shade in 1950, and then slowly Mother bought this place and developed into this present situation where we have school in about 250 children at present, and also we have a once a week dispensary, and lot of patients from this various area, they are coming. We have started the family planning center.
This is our natural family planning center. And here we are giving them a sex education first and explain to them how God has given them a natural way of family planning.
আচ্ছা, আজকে আপনারা যেখানে এসেছেন আপনাদের আমরা সাধারণ প্রক্রিয়াতে কি করে পরিবার পরিকল্পনা করতে হয় সে সম্বন্ধে কিছু বলবো।
After they have understood the method, they will be followed up for 3 months, and this is in the next room. You can see the people here, the followed up cases. They have to come to the center every week for 3 months. We started this center in 1968.
We do apostolic work, we do educational, medical, and social. It's divided into 4 groups. And then in the education we have little schools for street and slum children all over the place. Then we have medical work, we have homes for the dying, we pick up people from the streets. And then we have mobile dispensaries, and we have leprosy work, and then we have rehabilitation centers for the lepers all over the country.
The untouchables of Titagar, all lepers. To say she cannot feel is untrue. Weaker than the others, she finds mindless ways of reassuring herself.
And to go till the Bible tells me so. Yeah, Jesus love me. Yeah, Jesus love me. Yeah, Jesus love me. To the Bible tells me so. Are uski pilau brandy pilau ad pilau murgi ar murgi te Sunday ki Monday.
Have you given the medicine to the Nawab now?
Yes.
Yes, he's all right now?
Okay.
No other complaint?
No complaint.
See, Mr. Mukherjee is with us since 4 years. And he was a patient. Now he's completely recovered. But he could not get a job. And so we are trying to employ as many persons as possible who were suffering from the disease, now who are all right. Now at our rehabilitation center, almost 100 patients who have been cured are working on a permanent basis, and about 500 others are on a temporary basis they are working. These are patients who are thrown out from their own families, by their own parents, from the society. They are hated and unloved, unwanted.
Just about a year since we started this center at Kedapo. It is a family service center. We consider the family very important. Actually, we started this because we found a lot of children in this place who were very undernourished. They were about 2 years old, 2.5, 3, and were unable to stand. And then when I inquired into this and found that most of the men, the heads of families in this area, are dock laborers. They work only when the ships are in. When they are laid off, the whole family is laid off food. So I thought that we should start some kind of an employment scheme. We give this paper to them here, and they take it home. They turn it into paper bags. We judge more or less the value of the paper bags that they bring to us, and then we give them the paper for the next day. It means 2 or 3 rupees coming in every day. Most of the families rely on this 2 or 3 rupees that comes in through the paper that they make. The women here are very skilled. So we started a scheme where we give women some sort of sewing to do.
Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, you do unto me. When I was weary, you helped me find rest.
ফটো করছে চান করতে যাই লাইনে বসো না ফটো করছে বসো না লাইনে যাও বাবা Okay, you got voice like.
Mother Teresa's poor are a motley crowd, devoid of homes, of strength, of wits, most of all deprived of love.
When I was little, you helped me to read. When I was lonely, you gave me your love.
And then we have social work. We have quite a number of centers where we are training the people in small industries, very small, so that the whole family can be involved.
Now he's feeling shy. See, look at him. Cute, huh? Here in Premdan, we have a malnutrition center where we look after the children from surrounding villages and the bastis and also from the stations. The difference between Shishu Bhavan and these children in Premdan is that they belong to the families, and once they are all right, they go back. Abandoned children. Sometimes we get the children from the hospitals. Sometimes police bring the children. Sometimes we collect the children from the street. And many of them going for adoption when we find a suitable family for them. Like this little Dahlia, she will be going to France very soon for adoption.
very little room in man's world for God's special children.
I have taken the name of Teresa, the little one, because I feel that the big Teresa was too big for me. And she had a tremendous love for the missions, a great love for Jesus. And when she was asked what she was going to be, she said that she's going to be the heart in the church and love. And so I think she has expressed exactly what a woman is and what a woman should be, the heart of love in the family.
The pavements outside Sealdah station, home to hundreds. The shed made available by the railways to the sisters is good for the morning's work and for a night shelter.
Jesus Christ cannot deceive, and he has said that very clearly, you did it to me. I was hungry, I was naked, I was homeless. And on these words, Christ is going to judge us as to what we have been to the poor. And by doing what we are doing, we are 24 hours in his presence. And that's why we are really trying to be contemplatives right in the heart of the world.
तुम्हें लाइन को तय लाइन तको We have collected these children from the platform of Sahyadri station. They are getting here schooling, education and medical help. And our dispensary will have daily here at about 400 patients are attending daily. Most of these patients are Bangladesh refugees and beggars. Their parents with the babies will get bread and milk, and we have a child care center here. There we have feeding session morning and evening.
আশীর্বাদ করো আমরা জানো তোমার প্রেমের কথা সবাইকে জানাতে পারি
around all the platforms every day. We used to distribute here bread and clothes, and school children are simply roaming out through this platform without schooling. They are not going back to their parents. That about 450 children from this platform is attending daily in our school.
Doing the rounds in search of the most unwanted invariably brings a find.
I passed that way Sahyadri station. Then I saw one old man was lying down there. Then I was thinking to take him to Calcutta. I called one rickshaw. We brought him to the number 4 gate camp, and I phoned to the corporation ambulance to take him to Calcutta.
This old man has only one more journey to make, from Sealdah to Calicut. He'll be cared for. Mother, how did you begin your work at Kalighat?
The presence of our poor people in the streets of Calcutta, where they lay unwanted, unloved, sick and dying. No hospital would take them. And so,
Who was the first person you picked up in Calcutta?
in 1952, in August, I found a woman in front of Nilrotan Sarkar Medical College, and she was half eaten by rats and ants, and I took her to the hospital. And after that, I went to the corporation, and I asked them to give me a place where I can bring these people, and they gave me a part of the Kali temple, the Dharmashala, where we have been now since 1952 up to this day. Just nearly 33,000 people have passed through that home, and they have been taken tender love and receiving tender love and care in all these years. Many have died, but many more with new hope, with new love, with new courage have returned back to their places, and they are living more normal life, because they have learned what love means, and to be loved means a new life.
Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me.
Quite a number of our young men and women that we have saved, they are working either in Kalighat itself, or we have been able to get employment outside.
When I was aged, you bothered to smile. When I was restless, you listened and cared. Now enter into the home of my Father. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. You saw me covered with spittle and blood. You knew my features, though grimy with sweat. Now enter into the home of my Father. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me.
I don't think we have become an institution, because we still are a most disorganized organization. So there is no fear of becoming an institution, because with people such as we have, you cannot build an institution.
We are the brothers of Mother Teresa, working the same work as the sisters are doing in Calcutta and other parts of India. From this year, we have started many centers in villages, working among the poor villages. For example, taking the project of road making, digging the open wells, tube wells, etc., for the welfare of the people and development of the villages. Today, the Thursday, we all stay back at home and do our manual work at home.
We are still right on the ground, and all our homes are not, the people are free to come, the people are free to go, and also there are many people who are involved. The work is the work of many people. It's not our work only. You see, an institution claims its work, and only the particular people can do that work in the institution, in an institute, while ours is not. So like you are involved now in the work. And so it's not, you are not treating it as an institution. For us, Convent is freedom. Freedom to be open with our poor people and to understand them. Because unless we know what is poverty, how will we understand our poor people? And then also there is another kind of spiritual poverty, that we are always with that same kind of people, right on the ground.
Do you think your work has made a difference in the life of other people?
Both with the rich and with the poor, because I think both sides enrich each other. We receive quite a lot from our poor people. We receive their love and their trust. And what the rich people give to them, it's an exchange of love and compassion.
You are becoming a world figure. That's not what you intend to be. How do you think this affects your spiritual life?
In the Gospel it is written, let them see your good works and glorify the Father. And so the work that we are doing, it is His work.
Heavenly Father, you are love. You give us the strength to love one another. Lead us on the way of your grace. For your grace completes in us what we have started with great trust in you, through Christ our Lord.
Amen. To the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. Now enter into the home of my Father. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When I was tired, you let me find rest. When I was worried, you calmed all my fears.
If God finds somebody more helpless and more empty and more incapable than I, He will do still greater things with her than He has done with me.
When I was little, you taught me to read. bird.